What's up, traders? It is 17th of July 2017. Been really nice and sunny out there. Been working from home today. Also, actually, I've had a sick day. Monday's been a good day to me, really good day to me. I've managed to go for a run. I've managed to do some business stuff. I've managed to do some trading. I've done my whole day at work. I've listened to some audio books. I've started sorting out stuff for my bitcoins, all that. So yeah, it's been a great day. I've been eating well. Woo! Yeah. Okay. So for Monday, I'm pretty hyped. In fact, I'm just remembering how hyped I am. What have I been up to? This is my lovely friends Josh and Louise, who just got married on the weekend, which was sick on Saturday. Fantastic wedding. No way that you guys watch this, but if you did, I love you both loads. Fantastic. Wish you all the best. But yeah, we're not really here to talk about that. We're here to talk about trading, really, aren't we? And financial type things. So I've actually kind of noticed that I'm doing things quite differently now, which is kind of changing the way I do this. Because so I still looking at my news events and stuff, and these are playing more prominent things. So you know, if we have a look there, we've got okay, Monday's nearly done basically, but you know, we've got some GBP and Euro stuff tomorrow. Which is probably worth, yeah, his bank lending survey. Yeah, I might need to find a bit more about that to find out how bad it is. Aussie on Thursday, definitively. That's going to be an interesting one, unemployment. And there's bound to be some stuff coming out of this year. Central European rate decision Thursday as well. And there's some CAD stuff on Friday. So there's definitely some stuff going on, which I'll try and look out for. But I've noticed that normally, I think what I'm looking for in the markets now has changed. I was always looking for kind of specific, I don't know, I was looking for my MACDs to tell me where I'm at. And what I'm now doing more of is I'm looking for specific market levels and then aiming to trade off of that. So I've actually set my screens up differently. I've now got the weekly on an entire screen, then daily on an entire screen, and then I think I've got 8 hour and 2 hour another. I've changed them again, that's why I can't remember. Whereas I used to have, you know, many more time frames, but I'm effectively I'm just looking through weeklies, looking for weeklies and dailies, really looking for levels of support and resistance which I can trade off. Yeah, that's just where I'm at the moment. So with that in mind, let's have a look at the trades I've got open. So these have been open a while now, actually. Let's start with USD Swissy because it has been open a while. USD Swissy. Hang on, what am I doing here? Come on, brain, you can do it. Okay, so let me just set that onto daily, that onto 8 hourly. And we'll go USD Swissy. Where are you? There we go. So yeah, this was a weekly trade really. So this is still off my first 6 months of the year. I've just looked over to my left. I can see it. So I've got this big, you know, this big rejection here. We've talked about this last week, week before. I mean, I see you're on weekly now. So I've been in this for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. So I'm already in it for a month. Let's just have a look at the roll on that. Let me just have a quick look because when it's been open a while, you probably do want to consider things. Oh, I've already got roll open. USD Swissy. Okay, so the roll's actually in my favour on that, which helps. So I'm not, you know, I don't mind how long it's been open. But it started off, I was about 120 odd pips, I think I got to in profit. And, you know, it's 140 odd pips. And it's not really looking like it's doing much yet. So it might make another leg down before, you know, with a good wind it goes up. So if anyone likes to look at that trade, I mean, it's a scrappy weekly market, but you can see it getting rejected here. I'm not standing to make a lot out of it. I've only got 0.221, so I might make 0.7 out of it. Anyway, so that's been sat there a while. And then so that was what I considered my first 6 months of trading. And now, you know, we've got my second 6 months of trading for this year. And I have changed gears slightly for the things I've just been talking about. So first of all, I've got these 2 Jappy buys in effect on. So let's just have a look at the GBP one first. Again, I think these were open last week, so you probably, if you watch these videos, you've probably seen it. But it's a very obvious play off of this support level here. You know, we got rejected. In fact, it looked great. I got in it. I got filled it. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, I'll drag it down a bit. Look at that for a place to get filled. I mean, that's almost to the pip. Look really good. It's come back to us a bit. Massive bullish candle there. We don't love that. Just checking my other signals on here. Let's get that onto daily because that's wrong. Yeah, so I mean we are in a sell, but it's not strong at the moment. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out over this week. With with good fortune, it will carry on down. So on that, I've got 0.17, so not a lot to make 1.1. So it's a small amount of risk to make a good trade. So that's what's that, about 5 to 1. That's pretty good. The other one I've got is from risk reward perspective. The other one I've got is I look like I'm sorry. I just realised I'm sitting down. I've got the camera pointing up a bit. Looks like I'm about to fall off my chair or something. Yeah, CAD. Oh no, we'll come back to that. CAD Jappy it was. I'll get there in the end, just like British Rail, mate. Woo. Oh, come on. I might get there in the end. Yeah, so this guy, weekly, ding, 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 come on, do the same thing again. Came up here, fell down, came up here, fell down, came up here. Now, I've already been out of this trade once at break even, and I got in again at the same position with the same stop. Now, what's interesting is if you look at this, is this interesting? I assume so if you're watching trading videos. So I've dropped down a time frame here. You can see where I got in a second time here, these little dots. No, you can't. Now you can. There's dot here and dot here to mark it. So my first trade, I broke even on the first trade. So I think the first trade I got in around here, followed it down. Yeah, that was right, actually. It's running really well. I was up quite a lot of money. Set it to break even, which was exactly this level. Clipped out. I was just above break even to deal with the roll. And I made about 10p profit. At which point it then did this, and I got this rejection candle, and as it was knobbing around here, I thought that's worth a go at the same price again. But I wanted to be aggressive with my stop. Now this is a play that I'm not sure if I should be, well, I am sure because I've got my logics on the side with that big spike means the orders have been run a little bit and it's unlikely to get right to the end of it. That's my logic. But as you can see, it starts giving me kittens because obviously... which might not be the best way to trade. I mean, it's not changing the way I do it, but obviously if I had my stop right here, behind it, or here would be even better, that, if we're getting up there, we're on a different trade now, because this was a weekly, as you can see, it's off of here. But I don't want to do that because I want to lever this trade up, right? And I must say, as it was doing this today, I was swearing and cursing and ready to contact Virgil going, I can't trade. As I say, I'm all right with it because it doesn't actually change the way I trade. All I need to do is, not let it ruin my day. Actually, it didn't ruin my day. What am I talking about? I've had a fantastic day, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But I wasn't enjoying it when it was up here, and I was already going, oh, well, that's going to, it's likely to be another one that's gone. But then in the next bar, off we go. Now, we're not out of it yet. I'm still 15 pips down. But, if this sucker does go, so I've got two positions on this. So the first one is 0.13. I get 0.7 back from that. And if it gets down at the bottom, I'm in for 1.24. So, if it gets to the bottom completely, I'm on 1.24, did I say, plus 0.7. 2% trade, which will be, it'll set me up nicely. But there's a key thing to all that, is that market has to get to those lines. So anyway, we'll let that do that. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hope, pray, beg, gamble. Hope. Hope's banned, by the way. We don't do hope. So yeah, we'll see if it does that. What else can I tell you about? Quick look at equities, because I would love a bit of equities. I just looked at the S&P 500. Oh my god! Let's get this on the big screen actually. Don't save. Yeah, so I mean, look at that go, man. Jesus, that's what you call a bull market. So that's one of those. The other ones aren't doing so well. I've noticed the UK 100 is a lot choppier than the S&P 500. So note to self, when I want to trade it, it's struggling a little. Well, it's not struggling. It's showing a bit more weakness, but you wouldn't say that's in any way bearish. Same sort of things happening on with the DAX. But again, it's massive bull trends. So that's doing that. Now silver. Right, let's get into silver here. I'm a bit bullish silver right now. And yeah, so it is possible to look at that and say if it pulls back to something around here, get a stop in there maybe. Could have a target there maybe. And there is a potential silver trade there, I think. Actually, no, a better target. Yeah, you see, I'm starting to see it now because you're going to run into some support and resistance around here, I think. So you might say, well, I suppose you'd say that to be conservative, but I doubt that would give you your leverage. But anyway, you've got a reasonable entry coming up here on silver, which is interesting. Which is annoying actually because I did get in. I was in silver here and got clipped out on this pullback because I set it to actually I moved it up. I was in down here actually. I saw the spike and I did make some money out of it, but it you know, I could have made some more money out of it. But anyway, you know, it's another trend that's carrying on. So where are we? You know, doesn't look so good on that scale, but is this helping anyone? You know, we're up here, could quite easily pull back to that 16 and carry on. I don't love it though, so I'm avoiding it. I've also why am I avoiding it? I just am avoiding it. I think it's because I already got burnt out of it, but I'm up for hearing people's opinions on it. This is also in a pretty solid downtrend at the moment, but it has bounced up. You know, sorry, I'm looking over there and you can't you can't see it, of course. You know, this has been down and further down, so it is definitely trending down. But we've come off of this level here, so you know you could see a good run. Yeah, so if I was to take this trade, what would I be doing? I'd get it on the 16 on the nose. So I'd do something along the lines of, let's get entry order in. You still with me, guys? Yeah, you're still there. Entry order in, get my right account. And I think we do 16 on the nose and then that in there. Crank it up a little bit. That's fine. And there you go, there's your order. So I suppose you could aim for 17 fairly reasonably. Limit 17. Yeah, 3-1. But I don't know, something tells me I don't want to trail this really. Yeah, and also now looking at that for, let me get on the 4-hour chart here. Yeah, right. So you've got your 16 there. I might be inclined to try and get it to retrace a little bit more. Let's have a look here on this. This isn't coming up too well, is it? You might get it to bounce off that 50 level. And that would move your stops back. This is the kind of thing I play with. So we've got a lot, you know, I could quite happily see the bounce off the 16 and it's a round number. But it wouldn't be insane for it to come down to this 50% retracement level. So I can move my stop with it. I wish it had. Right, let's get that back in there. 26. See what that looks like. Yeah, you see. That doesn't look too bad to me. So this is live trading. And then you see, because of that, we'll be getting much better odds on our limit. Yeah, I don't mind that too much. So it's a pullback down to the 16. But yeah, it might just hit the 16 and bounce off. I don't know. I'd like to hear some opinions on that, people. I'm going to actually leave that order there because I don't mind it. So I've gone from saying I'm not going to trade it to I'm trading it, because silver's a shitty one, so it could easily spike, and then it will, you know, it will bounce off of here at some point. It's just a matter of whether it's continued. Well, sorry, it's highly likely it will bounce off these levels because all the day traders are using the same things. It's just whether it actually gets momentum and continues up. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. I'm burning up a bit of time here. I kind of came into this quite chilled and blah, so I'm not surprised. So 15 minutes, I'll quickly just look at my order screen. I've got a fair few things on here. So silver we've just looked at. CAD Swiss I've mentioned before. I'll just put it up real quick. CAD Swiss is support and resistance weekly trade. If people are interested, and go and look at that. I've got them on both ways, so short and up, buy and sell. So yeah, you can have a look at that if you want. I've gone through that in previous ones. What else have we got? Euro. Let me order them. Euro USD. Euro USD. What else is this? So as I say, you see, I'm kind of okay. So I'm looking to go short on this off of these. So this is weekly chart. You know, you can see resistance hit, came away. I mean, obviously, really, you want to be behind this spike. But you know, if we get clipped in here, and it does go south, I've got a. Well, that's quite big, isn't it? That's a. That's not 26 to 1, is it? No, it's half of that. 10. Sorry, I'm making up. I can't. Sorry. 6.5 to 1 or something. So let's call it 6 to 1. So big trade. Which is pretty cool, but it doesn't always work, right? So Aussie USD was looking beautiful, and I was talking about this in with some traders, and you'll be able to see it as soon as I draw it. So I went short around that level, and I had a stop above those highs, but not the whole wick. And as you can see, this is span round almost to the pip to this peak here. So one of my pals, trader I know, is still in this trade short, which is great. I am looking at it on other screens now and thinking it looks epically short. It looks like a really good sell signal on the 4 hour here. To the point I'm almost up for trying another bit actually, but I'm not going to do that on this. I'll try and be a good boy, let this break and then get it on a retrace. But yeah, it's looking like a, you know, it's looking like a good trade. So you can't always do what I was just trying to do. What else have I got to throw in there? Euro USD we talked about. That's it. I thought I had more stuff to talk about, but clearly not. That we've talked about. Have we? Swiss Jappy, have we talked about that? Maybe I haven't talked about Swiss Jappy. I thought there was one because, yeah, okay. So, weekly trade, we've effectively broken above this level here. Big, reasonable support level here. And you see it on the daily quite well. So, I'm just looking for this to come and drift back down into this 115 territory. Spin around just before hitting my stop and carry on up north. Separated it into two positions. So, yeah, reasonable looking trade, I think. Yeah. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope that was helpful in some way. 20 minutes. God, I do apologise. I can talk forever. Love to hear how your trading's going. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do like it. Please make a comment. Ione, you always say hello, mate. I really appreciate it, buddy. As does Virgil. As well, and yeah, love you guys. I hope it's all good, man. I don't know what else to say, so I'm going to call it quits there. But yeah, just continue, trade safe, keep an eye on that risk management, always the one, and live the dream.